Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig.
My name's Ryland.
And this is Sunday at 9 o'clock, which means it's time
Wait,
for a review show special.
Sunday at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I know, because that's when the review show specials go out, Sunday at 9 o'clock. And normally...
I thought this was a review show. See ya.
No, you're coming, sit down.
Oh, what?
Normally, I do the review show specials on my own, and it's nice, and it's peaceful, and it's tranquil, and I don't have you to deal with. However, I have got Ryland here, and I want you to try and be sensible during this review show, because we're going to be talking about a very serious, sensible subject. We're going to be talking about
Magic.
The flying linking rings. That's why I've got you here, because you do it. So, and the reason I'm doing this review show special, this is not a new trick. This has been around for years. The reason I've done it is because I have literally been inundated by people, your messages on social media, you've been inundated by people wanting to know about the linking rings that you've been talking about on socials recently that involve the linking rings floating. So we wanted to review that trick for you. Now,
this trick's amazing.
Yeah, and I've got Ryland here to basically talk you through
The fact that it's amazing.
everything that you need to know. So,
And the fact that it's amazing.
give you a bit of context before we go into the review show.
It's amazing.
Ryland predominantly works on stage. I'd say for every 9 stage shows he does one close-up gig. So
I'll say 10.
he does
10 stage, one close-up.
he does mainly stage
Mainly
work.
stage.
And because of
that's
that,
true, though.
it is.
I've never thought of that.
It is
Never
true.
thought of the statistics.
And for every and he's always looking for new stuff to put into his stage show, and you kind of gravitate towards magic done by music and magic done with music, and you especially like levitations, don't you? You do a lot of levitations in your show. You do the Sean Begonia stuff, all the Sean Begonia stuff. You do Dancing Cane, whole bunch of stuff. And so you were wanting to put a linking ring routine into your act. You've been wanting to do that for a while. Of course, you do it close up, but you've never done the linking rings on stage. And every version that you saw, you weren't too keen on. You saw my version that I do, which is based on Pop Hayden's, and you were like, I'm not, because you're not really a comedy magician, are you? I'm a comedy magician. You're not really a comedy magician. So we looked into it.
No more with the slapstick.
I'm more with the slapstick. So we looked into it, and we kind of thought that the Voitko flying linking rings would be the best option for Ryland. And we'll talk about how long it took him to get to where he's got it now. He performed it for the first time on New Year's Eve. It's now, as of time of filming, I think the 7th of January. You've performed it in, I think, 3 shows now. But I'm going to show you a video of this. I'm going to show you a video of Ryland performing this. Now, this was actually at Drayton Manor. We haven't got any live performance footage of him doing it yet. We will be getting some live performance in the next couple of weeks, and I'll probably do a video or upload it to his socials or something. But this was shot after we'd set up the room at Drayton, because New Year's Eve, we did a full show at Drayton Manor, didn't we? You, me, Matt were doing illusions, you were in the illusions, you were doing all of your iconics.
I did my tricks.
You did your Harry Potter acts.
I did one trick, Matt did 2 tricks, I did 50 tricks. And
You did do the majority of the show, I have to be honest. You did the cube wall, you did the infinity cubes.
I did 50 tricks, you did 1 trick, Matt
Yeah.
did 2 tricks, I did all the illusions.
Yeah, you did do a lot, I've got to be honest with you. Sorry about that, mate. But
I like doing it.
when we'd set the show up, we always rehearse anything that Ryland's doing, and we filmed the rehearsal of the flying linking rings. So, which was filmed, the performance where you see him doing it in this video in a second, that was where it was going to be in the show. So it's on a dance floor, literally surrounded by people on all sides. So both sides and from the front. I think there were about 500, 600 people in that room that night, and literally everywhere from the sides and the front. There were people, because obviously that's important for you guys to know about, because when you're thinking about levitations, you've got to think about angles and more specifically lighting. So let's have a look at this. This is the rehearsal footage of Ryland doing the floating linking rings, or the flying linking rings. We'll have a look at that, and then when we come back, we'll talk about everything that you need to know.
waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me.
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
So, that was great. I love that. Now, since then, you've performed it live 3 times. And the performance on New Year's Eve went well. Went really well. But each performance subsequently has gone even better. I think you're finding your stride with it now, aren't you? People want to know. I've had so many people ask about this flying linking rings. A lot of people have said it's the best linking rings they've ever seen. A lot of people do this. FISM winners have done this. This is part of a FISM award-winning act. There's a lot of people that do this. Tell me everything. I want to know how you found it, how difficult it was, how much time you've spent practicing it. Was there a learning curve? Absolutely everything. Go.
We go one at a time. What was your first question?
So the first question was, you obviously had a tutorial with this. How difficult was it to learn the routine?
It wasn't that difficult. I'll say there's one move that's the most difficult, but once you get it, you get it. It's quite easy.
I remember you, like, literally for a week just there watching the tutorial.
Watching this move, and I'm like, it's not working. I'm like,
Yeah.
stop.
And you changed the routine around a little bit, didn't
Yeah,
you,
I
at the
changed
end,
it.
just to make it work better for you. But it's
I
not.
have a few of my own moves. And,
Yeah, that
and
thing
then
where you
yeah.
spin round is your own thing, isn't it?
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So you practice this every day. Every day you grab your rings
Every day.
and you do at least one run through of it. Why? Is it that you don't do that with almost any other trick? Not even
like
like
it.
the dancing. Is it because you like it or because you're wanting to get better at it?
Because I like it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What do you like so much about it?
practicing.
What's so good about it?
It makes me feel good.
It makes you feel good.
And
Why
I don't
does
know
it?
why.
You don't know why.
Yeah, but it just makes me feel good.
Do you feel like a superhero when you're doing it?
Kind of.
Obviously, the thing that... Right, let's talk about the hookup, because everybody knows it's got thread, and the thread comes with it. Let's talk about the hookup for a minute, because there are limitations with the hookup, isn't it? You can't do this in the middle of your act, can you?
No.
Can you talk about that for a minute?
I mean, you could do it in the middle of a rap, but it would look kind of dodgy.
Because you have... Unless you went into the
Yeah.
wings. If you're working in a theatre and you went into the wings, maybe you could. But you're using it as an opener, aren't you?
Yeah, I use it as an opener. Because how it goes. Can I say where the thread is?
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, it's
Obviously, there's a
Yeah.
hookup, but I don't want to...
yeah. You've got the thread, and it allows you to go from one hand to the other easily. So you got the ring, you spin it. It allows you to go from that hand to that hand really easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious where it is, but unless you got it, I don't think you'll find out.
Okay.
But it's once you realise it, it's really easy to do because of where the thread is.
When you finish the routine, it is actually very easy to de-hook it, isn't it?
Yeah, de-hook it. I usually wear a jumper because when I've got it going round, I usually wear a jumper just because it helps with the thread.
Yeah.
Because when you got it.
But you don't have to. Clothing
Yeah.
restrictions. You perform sometimes in a polo neck.
Yeah.
But you can't
Yeah,
wear a polo neck for this, really. It'd be very difficult to wear a polo. You might be able
Oh,
to.
yeah,
but
you
you
could
couldn't
do-
wear a
yeah,
t-shirt. If you're
yeah,
wearing
you
your
can't
scam
wear-
t-shirt or something.
Yeah, you can't wear a t-shirt. Have it hooked around your t-shirt, like just a normal t-shirt. But if you had a polo t-shirt, it would work. 'Cause
Oh, or a
it
suit,
wouldn't-
obviously,
It
a lot
wouldn't, it wouldn't hurt your skin. Because when you've got it going, when you've got something, because you want it to like something that's stopping it from touching your skin. Because if you're having it touching your skin, first of all, it's harder to move, and second of all, it's like digging into your skin like that, going back and
Yeah,
forwards,
which would hurt.
which hurts.
Okay.
Which is why I got the jumper, just because it stops it from going around my skin.
And the rings themselves, they look great.
Yeah.
You got the deluxe version, so you got 2 sets of rings.
Yeah, which is really useful because you got one set.
You basically used it as a spare set. You're supposed to have one for practice and one for...
Yeah, when you get the deluxe set, you're supposed to have one for practice, one for stage. But I just use both, not both. I use one for practice and the same one for stage. And in case that one gets like all
Battered up.
I've got a spare.
Okay, cool. And the rings themselves, they're very well made. They look good. They're not like a normal linking ring, are they?
No, because usually when you get the linking rings, I'm not going to say I have a
No, you can say there's a gap. Everybody who's watching this knows
yeah,
there's a gap in the rings.
I'm pretty sure that everybody that does the linking rings
There's
or knows anything about the linking rings, there's a gap in the ring.
There's a key ring with a gap in it.
Now, I'm not going to say how this one works, but it's really cool because what makes it really cool is the fact that you can show with all 3 rings, you can hold it on your fingers and point them down and show that there's no hole. And then you all unlink them all, and it's just like, how does that work?
And when you're doing the linking phase, it doesn't affect the thread at all, does it?
No. When you're doing the linking, it doesn't really affect the thread unless you accidentally get it caught. Like, because sometimes when I'm practicing, what happens is I get out of because it hooks up to my finger.
Mhm.
Sometimes when I'm doing the link, the loop goes like into the ring. So let's say the hole's like there. What it is it like goes into there. And when I do it, it gets like stuck on my finger, and then I had to like pull it open and do that. But I can get out of it. But the most annoying part is when you've got 3 rings and you do it, and then all of a sudden you realise the fact that your ring has gone through the loop and you can't spin it around. Because when you've got 3 rings, it looks really cool, the fact that you're able to spin it round. But if you accidentally get it caught, it won't be able to spin round.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you need to be very careful of this stuff.
Yeah.
But you've practiced it enough now that you know that if something like that happens, you can get yourself out of it, can't you?
Yeah, because I've practiced it, yeah.
And here's the thing. Before you did it for the first time on New Year's Eve, you probably spent about 2 months practicing this every day.
Yeah.
An hour a day, every day, practicing it. I've never seen you practice anything that much, not even dancing cane. So why did you practice it that much?
I like it. That's what I'm saying. For some reason, I like practicing that trick.
Okay.
And I don't know why. It just...
But did you find also that the practice makes it look better?
Yeah. The practice making it look better.
Because I've spoken to people like Russ Brown, and he said, this is a really difficult trick to do. And I've been doing magic for a long time, right? And I was playing around with it, and I just couldn't do it at all. Like, not even slightly. Not that the trick would suit me anyway.
It's probably because I do the dancing cane and lots of things with thread, to be honest.
So having experience at using thread on stage, not just close-up.
Yeah, on stage.
But having experience using thread on stage, does that help you with the floating rings?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to be honest, that's kind of where I got that move from. Well, both of my moves from, because the dancing cane, I have it, and then I also do it with, I'm not going to say what it is, but that. I do it at the beginning.
That's a new thing that we can't even talk about right now.
Talk about that. I snap my fingers and it comes up and it's down there. Like I'm holding it there and I snap my fingers and then it comes up to the further down, so my hand's further down it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that with both that and the dancing cane, and that's why I spun it, let it drop down, do that, and then it shoots up to my hand.
That does look very cool.
That's because of the dancing cane, and also inspired by the dancing cane. And that, I spin it and go around my body.
Yeah, you do that at the beginning and the end, don't you?
Yeah, because I do that with the dancing cane.
Wasn't it Wayne the Goodman that told you to do it like that at the end?
Yeah, it was. Because I spin around and catch it like that. If you think about it, I do the dancing cane like that because I'm spinning the dancing cane. I turn around with it, and then sometimes with my back to the audience, I catch it like that. So that's why it was inspired from the dancing cane.
Okay, that's cool. Now, this is obviously not a close-up trick. It's not something you can walk up to in a restaurant and go, hey, let me spin my rings at all. By imagination. How important is to understand lighting? Like, you've done it 3 times now. And
Well, you've been watching a lot about lighting.
I have. I've actually been studying. Because you do so much thread
All
work.
I've heard is the fact that backlighting is way better than front lighting. That's all I know, because you told me that.
Yeah, but it's true, because
the
thing is...
You just came up to me and said, you know, for your rings, when you do it on your own, you want backlighting instead of front lighting.
Yeah, well,
because it helps the thread. And then you just walked away and I'm like, what?
Well, the reason is, simply put, right, a lot of the time when you're using thread, they can't see the thread on stage. But if there's lights that are straight on you, they're seeing the reflection of the light on the thread. Mm-hmm. So if the lighting is angled in the correct way, or if it's backlit, they're not going to see those reflections.
Oh yeah, because if it's backlit,
the light is going that way.
Yeah, because they'll see it. They'll because I get it now. Yeah, because the reflections on the back of the thread.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you spin it round, it was there on that side. When you spin it round, that goes away because the lighting's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then it goes on that side.
Exactly.
Oh, that makes sense. I get it.
Like because I tech your show and because you do so much with lighting, I've spent the last few weeks reading up and learning about stage lighting to make sure that you have it where you're meant to have it. You see. So.
I mean, that's a little bit too long, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Whatever. The point is, it's something that you need to consider. The thread that comes with this is actually, it's a lot stronger than okay, so you've got you've got thread that you use in dancing hank.
Yeah.
You've got thread that you use in your cane. Mm-hmm. Where does this fall? Because the cane thread is quite strong, but also quite visible.
And I've got that thread.
and you've got that thread, which is
which
the same
is the
thread.
same as the cane
Yeah,
thread.
but then your dancing hank, it's,
Dancing hang.
it's very easy to break.
So light, it will break. Yeah.
if you're not careful. But it has to be light because you're putting that bottle into the hands of the spectator. So they can't see any thread at all. It's
Yeah,
important.
the only thing that's going to snap the thread for the rings is when you're doing that move that's quite difficult. Because you put it down and you're like forcing it. That's the only move that will make it hard to do that.
Okay.
We'll snap it, I mean.
Okay.
We'll snap it, but
have you ever had it snap?
no. Well, yeah, twice.
In practice?
Twice in practice. And the only reason it has snapped is because I'm doing that move and putting lots of pressure on it. Which is why... And when
But you're doing it over and over again?
Yeah, which is... I get lighter with the thread every time, so it's less likely to snap. But the only reason the thread will, the rings just fall on the ground, that's the only other reason for that, is the fact that I haven't tied it around the ring properly. So, I'll say it's kind of more at the end with the dancing cane.
It's kind of around about that area. That sort of
Yeah,
thing.
from dancing hank to dancing cane up at the top corner, I'd say around there.
Okay, that's good to know. So, this is going to be interesting. One last question.
What are you going to say?
What are you going to give it? What percentage are you going to give it? I personally...
100 billion infinity squared times a million infinity squared times a billion infinity squared occur.
Occur. Fair
So
enough.
it just does that over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Fair enough. That's a big number. You like it that much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of my favourite tricks.
Okay, so
Literally.
I'm going to give it, ironically, 79%. I love it, but I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to do it. Never going to do
It's not your
it.
style of magic.
Not my
because
style of magic.
You slapsticks.
I don't slap. I insult people. Shut up. Right. Okay.
That's what you
So, what one piece of advice? Like you say, you've had so many people on socials. I've had so many people on socials wanting to know about this trick. It's why we've put this review show special together. One piece of advice that you would give to somebody who wants
Practice.
to. Because it's not cheap, man. It's like
Practice.
$600. You didn't know that. It's quite
No.
expensive. What one piece of advice would you give people?
Practice
Practice.
perfectly.
Practice perfectly.
Does people say practice makes perfect? No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it?
No, because if you're just practicing, you could be practicing terribly and you're going to learn it wrong.
Okay.
So you got to practice good and then make it perfect and then practice it perfectly until it's perfect. And then when it's perfect, practice it perfect until it's perfect, and then just do that over and over and over again.
There you go. Advice for the kid magician. It comes with carrying cases.
That's what someone told me. Practice perfectly to make perfect.
It was good advice. Thanks for that, right?
Makes sense.
Comes with carrying cases that keep the rings in. It comes with
They're little
thread.
velvet bags.
Comes
Comes
with
with
thread.
thread. I put scissors and sharpies in there.
Yeah.
Scissors for the thread. Sharpies to
You can
mark
tell them.
things. Yeah, to mark where the hole is.
Well, there's no hole, but
Well, there's not that you can show it cleanly without the hole, but I know where the hole is, so I can do the thing that will make the hole.
there's a hole, but they lock, so you don't see a hole.
you don't see the hole, which is why I mark it so I know where to open the hole.
Excellent. So there you go. One, whatever he said. You can get them directly from Voitko. I will put a link in the description down below. It's amazing. If you are into this style of magic that Ryland's into, and you do a lot of magic to music, and you want to do an incredible linking ring routine, and you're prepared to put in the practice, then this could be something that would work for you. Ry, thank you for joining me on this review show special. I sincerely hope that I never get you on this review show special again, because it's my peaceful place that you're not normally involved in, and having you here is frankly annoying.
It's your peaceful review show.
It's my peaceful review show. I'll be back again next Sunday without Ryland. He'll be back again on Wednesday with another review show and making me look like an idiot as he always does. But we'll see you again soon.
50?
Shut up. I'm Craig.
Ireland.
Don't forget to join the Netrix, www.thenetrix.com.
No, dot cookies.
Oh, I thought I got away with it there. Thanks.
Dot cookies.
It's not cookies.
Cookies.
Cookies. Definitely
Cookies.
cookies. Definitely cookies, not com. It's com. Bye. See everyone.
No, it's
Ow.
cookies. It's